So I was just messing around on the intentionally vulnerable machine called badstore. For those who don't know, it's an intentionally vulnerable website hosted on a virtual machine. And I'm using my Kali box to attack it. But I just gained root access to the MySQL database in the funniest way. I wanted to show y'all. So the very first thing I did was run service enumeration on the endpoint. And from here, you see that it's hosting port 80, HTTP, and then encrypted HTTP 443, and then MySQL in an actually really outdated version. So just out of curiosity to see what it returns, I just go knock on the port's front door, and it returns this, but in the human readable format, we see that it is then replicating what's here, confirming that it is running that version. So from here, I run an nmap script to further enumerate the endpoint. I specify the port, and the script essentially just pulls as much information as it can about the MySQL server. Since it's an intentionally vulnerable endpoint, this scan returned a lot of information. Um, what really caught my eye is the brute right here and showing all these valid credentials, but as I show later, those didn't really work. But the real eye catcher is the fact that the root account has an empty password. So what I'm gonna do now is try and attempt to connect to this server. Right here, I specify the endpoint along with the port, along with the username that I want, and then it's gonna prompt me for the password. So here, it prompt me for the password. And just to show y'all what I meant before about these brute force credentials, they didn't really work out too well. Like when I press enter, it gives me an error. But this is what I mean by empty credentials, because look, this is where it's funny. We're in. That's all it took, bruh. Double space. So now here is where the fun starts, because then we can just pry our fingers anywhere we want. So what we're gonna do first is show the databases, and we see database and then badstore database. We're gonna use the badstore database. Boom, so the database has been changed. So now let's go ahead and see what's in this database. Looks like it's a little store, so I kind of want to find out what the people are about. So what this command will do, or this query, I guess, is select all from user's database. And we got a full list of their emails. The passwords are hashed or encrypted. I forgot which one, and then we got the full name right there. So that's pretty cool. I mean, something very simple, but just thought I would share.